Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name is James and today we're doing another kit build. This time we're looking at the LSWR A12, which is the Adams Jubilee class. It's a rather unique looking engine because it's a A12 tender locomotive. So it's, yeah, there wasn't really many tender locomotives with that real arrangement. So, yeah, I figured I'd have a go of it. And plus, it's also my favourite class, so I'm very keen on having a go at it. To make it, I'll be using a, this used to be a Dapol 1400 chassis, which I've removed the motor because if I get it here, it's a big chunky motor. And while it worked, I say worked because I did kind of break it afterwards, it's a bit chunky. And yeah, it's not going to fit within the very narrow boiler here. And also I've removed the weight from the side tanks as well. So I basically stripped it all down and basically cut off and grinded off as much material as I can. And in fact, I think I've got too much removed. So yeah, that fits rather nicely. Alternatively, you could probably use a Dapol M7 class and chassis, but I think I'll go with this because it's a bit easier for me. And the tender chassis I'll be using, I think this is from the 5MT, which I used for a different build. So I'm reusing it, and that will just fit right on there. I did have to lengthen the tender very slightly, just to make it so that it fits nicely as well. And I have 3D printed my own I don't want to say coupling rod, tender drawbar, that's it, just so you can stick into the rear, well, what used to be the rear coupling on the 1400. If you carefully do it like this, there we go. And that's now one unit. We'll just take it back out, there we go. Getting on and off is a bit of a tricky. I did actually end up breaking the drawbar, but yeah, it just glued back together and it fits perfectly well and it turns perfectly well. So, hey ho. But first things first, yeah, I did have to, I said, remove a lot of this. And yeah, it is a bit lighter. I have added a little bit more weight at the moment, but I want to get this motor fitted first. But yeah, this weight was just so I can put this motor at the right height. And just to say that it does work, let me just get this all linked up. So you go there, you go on there. Hopefully turn you around. I do have to turn it on first. There we go. I will have to get it exactly right. I did have it beforehand. Ah, there we go. Yeah. At the moment it is trying to push itself out of link. Earlier I did have it running quite nicely, so I'm a bit annoyed that it's not working on camera, as always. Oh well. Like I said, it does work, but yeah, as always, nothing works as while I'm recording it. But that's the main thing which I have to do is add the motor. Second thing is add some extra little bits of weight. So I've got some lead tape here. That's supposed to go round the chassis here, just to flesh it out a little bit and make it so that it's not going to wobble around like that. And also I'll put some around the motor as well. And basically anywhere else I can stuff some weight, that's where I'm adding some weight. And then we get onto the actual work on the body, which is basically I'll spray paint it grey, which I'll probably start with, and then spray paint it, not spray paint, then air paint it. I'm getting all words mixed up. Airbrush it green, then paint all the black, then paint all the other details, add handrails, add any other extra bits of details, wait for my transfers to arrive because they are arriving at some point, and yeah, then finish it all off finally. But I do intend to make it so that the pickups will also pick up from the tender as well, because this is also a split chassis, and that will be perfectly fine and picking up power. So that will go over here into to pick up power from. So the power from the drive wheels goes into the tender, and the motor will pick up power from the tender, and then it should be nice and hopefully happy. I may replace these wires with something thinner. But yeah, that is the plan. I may have explained it poorly, but that is the plan. Anyway, I'm going to get to work. First of all, I'm just going to probably spray paint these grey, spray paint them, but paint them all green, and then get to work with that. The work on the chassis I'll be doing off screen, but I will show you the end results. And I probably should paint that black, but never mind, I'll just leave that. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. The LSWR A12 class is a type of A42 mixed traffic locomotive built between the years of 1887 and 1895 to the design of William Adams. 90 of the locomotives were built, 50 at 9 Elms Works and 40 at Nielsen and Company, although the latter, together with the final 20 from 9 Elms, were officially known as the A4 class. Prior to 1887, Adams had sourced all his locomotives for the LSWR from outside contractors, but in that year he recommended locomotive construction at the LSWR's 9 Elms Works, and the first to be constructed were the A12 class, that were popularly referred to as Jubilees, due to the fact they were introduced during the 50th year of Queen Victoria's reign. The engines were quite different from any that had yet been seen on a British railway, with the exception of the LBSCR's Gladstone class of having a wheel arrangement of 042 for a tender engine. They were mainly used for heavy excursions and troop train movements, fast goods services to the west of England, Weymouth and Southampton, and passenger train services in north and central Devon. Withdrawal started in 1928, but 4 of the Nielsen engines survived into British Railways ownership, but only just. One of these, 629, was one of 7 locomotives withdrawn in January 1939, but reprived in October of that year due to the increased demand of locomotives following the outbreak of war in September 1939. None of these 4 survivors carried a British Railways number. The 4 operated by British Railways were all withdrawn during the company's first year, excluding one that was used for steam supply at Eastleigh Works and lasted until 1951. None of the class have been preserved. Right, here we are, my Adams A12, now on the layout. And it's looking rather nice. I'm very happy with how the lining has turned out. And yeah, it's probably some of my best painting. The only bit which I didn't paint was the boiler bands, because that's a bit too fiddly for me. But yeah, it's turned out rather nice. I'm very happy with it. Still a few more bits to sort out. First of all, as you can tell, the tender isn't on all that well, because well, I still need to add a decoder. Another thing which I need to do is really add more weight to the front somehow. I do need to work out how best to do that. Probably add some weight underneath the front of the buffer beam, or well, the footplate, just to add a bit more, so I can basically add more grip to the loco. But it does run, and you'll see the reason why I want to add more weight to the front. But first of all, let's go this way. As you see, it can go backwards quite well. Very happy with going backwards. Forward, not quite as best. It can go forward, but it's not quite got the strength to do that. So yeah, I do need to sort that out, and maybe try to get the body a bit further back. But otherwise, yeah, I'm happy with it, and as you can see, it does run just about. So yeah, very happy with that one. But that's probably going to be it for me today. If you do like the video, as usual, feel free to like, comment and subscribe. And if you didn't like the video, I hope to see you again enough time. And well, hope you enjoy your day, and yeah, I'll see you all again next time. So let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, at the moment I'm very happy that I've got a semi-working LSWR A12 locomotive Jubilees. Yeah, very happy with that. So which way should I send it? So I send it backwards. Yeah, let's go backwards. It goes better backwards. That's not backwards. There we go. So see you again next time. Bye bye now. You like going that way. Take care.